Have you ever felt like you have so much wisdom and expertise to offer the world, but the thought of putting yourself out there makes your skin crawl? Like traditional self promotion feels completely misaligned with who you've become through your healing journey. If you're nodding along, you're experiencing what I call strategic visionaries visibility paradox. And today's episode is going to change everything for you. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the advanced visibility strategy, a trauma informed approach to being seen and heard without compromising your authentic power. You'll discover why traditional visibility advice falls flat for trauma survivors, learn the four pillars of trauma informed strategic visibility, and walk away with a concrete action plan to move from invisible contributor to influential thought leader. I'm sharing this because I've watched trauma survivors transform their careers in 18 months using these exact strategies, going from feeling invisible in their expertise to becoming recognized thought leaders in their field, all while honoring their healing journey. And here's what you'll miss if you don't stick around. You'll continue feeling frustrated that your wisdom isn't reaching the people who need it most. You'll keep watching others with less expertise get the opportunities you know you're qualified for. And most importantly, the systemic change you're uniquely positioned to create, it'll remain just a dream instead of becoming your reality. Did you know that trauma impacts how we navigate our careers, but most career advice ignores this reality? Imagine feeling confident and safe at work while honoring your healing journey. Welcome to your Trauma Wise Career Guide, the podcast that reimagines career development for trauma survivors. I'm your host, Cindy Bennett, a trauma survivor turned trauma-informed career coach and founder of the Resilient Career Academy. If you're navigating your career while honoring your healing journey, you are in the right place. Let's start with a problem that's probably keeping you up at night. You're ready for your voice to reach beyond your current circle and create systemic change. But here's where it gets complicated. Traditional self-promotion feels fundamentally misaligned when you've spent years learning that authentic power comes from within, not from external validation. The thought of putting yourself out there in ways that feel performative can trigger everything: imposter syndrome, a deep sense of betraying your values, even that familiar freeze response. Yet visibility isn't optional at your level of impact. Your ideas need platforms. Your wisdom needs reach. Your solutions need scale. This creates what I call the strategic visionary's visibility paradox. You need to be seen to create change, but traditional visibility strategies feel inauthentic to who you've become. Here's the truth that's going to shift everything. The discomfort you feel around typical self-promotion isn't a limitation. It's your trauma-informed wisdom protecting you from strategies that would undermine your authentic authority. When you've done deep trauma work, you develop a sophisticated radar for authenticity. You understand the difference between authority that comes from competence and compassion versus authority that comes from positioning and performance. You're not looking to build a personal brand. You're building a legacy. You're not trying to get attention. You're directing attention towards solutions that matter. You're not seeking external validation. You're seeking strategic influence that creates sustainable change. Here are the four pillars of trauma-informed strategic visibility. Pillar number 1, mission-driven magnetism. Instead of promoting yourself, become magnetic through your unwavering commitment to your mission. When you're consistently aligned with creating specific change in the world, people naturally gravitate toward the clarity and purpose you embody. This looks like speaking about the change you're creating, not the credentials you hold. Sharing insights about systems and solutions, not personal achievements. And positioning yourself as a conduit for important work, not the star of the show. Pillar 2, wisdom-based thought leadership. Your trauma recovery has given you unique insights into human resilience, systems thinking, and the conditions that support healing and growth. These insights are precisely what workplaces and communities need right now. This means translating your trauma-informed understanding into frameworks others can use, writing and speaking about the intersection of healing and high performance, and becoming known for bringing depth and humanity to complex professional challenges. Pillar number 3, generous authority. True authority at your level comes from generous sharing of your expertise in the service of others' growth. When you consistently add value without asking for anything in return, you build the kind of reputation that creates opportunities organically. Pillar number 4, strategic relationship building. Instead of traditional networking, focus on building genuine relationships with other change makers who share your commitment to creating more humane systems and workplaces. Now, here's the challenge most people face, and this is where they get stuck. You understand these concepts, but translating them into sustainable action without overwhelming your already full plate or triggering your nervous system, that's the real work. You might be thinking, this sounds amazing, Cindy, but I barely have time to manage my current responsibilities, let alone build strategic visibility. The key is starting small and strategic, choosing the right moves that align with your energy, capacity, and healing journey. Let's recap what we've covered today. We've identified the strategic visionary's visibility paradox, that tension between needing visibility for impact while feeling misaligned with traditional self-promotion. We've discovered your discomfort with typical visibility strategies is actually trauma-informed wisdom protecting your authentic authority. Then we've explored the 4 pillars: mission-driven magnetism, wisdom-based thought leadership, generous authority, and strategic relationship building. But here's the gap. Understanding these concepts versus implementing them sustainably while honoring your healing journey are 2 very different things. You might be thinking, okay, this makes sense, but how do I actually start? How do I identify my unique frameworks? How do I choose the right platform? How do I build these strategic relationships without it feeling forced or overwhelming? If you're ready to move from understanding to implementation, here's what I want you to do. Check the show notes for the link to my free strategic visibility assessment. This quick evaluation will help you identify which of the 4 pillars you're strongest in and which one to focus on first for maximum impact. When you take this assessment, you'll get a personalized action plan that honors your healing journey while amplifying your influence. And if you don't take action on what we've discussed today, you'll continue feeling that frustrating gap between your expertise and your influence. Your unique wisdom will remain contained to your current circle when it could be creating ripple effects of healing and change across entire industries. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something that might surprise you. The most successful trauma-informed leaders I work with didn't start with a perfect visibility strategy or even a clear platform. They started with one simple question that changed everything. Here's the question. What's the one insight from my healing journey that I wish someone had shared with me when I was struggling the most? When you can answer that question, really answer it from a place of deep wisdom and compassion, you've found your entry point into trauma-informed thought leadership. Because that insight, that's not just personal wisdom, that's professional gold. That's the framework that becomes your signature approach. That's the message that makes people stop scrolling and say, finally, someone gets it. Your healing journey didn't just transform you, it gave you a unique lens that the world desperately needs. The question isn't whether you're qualified to share it. The question is, what happens to all the people who need your specific wisdom if you keep it to yourself. Thank you for joining me on Your Trauma Wise Career Guide. If this episode resonated with you, please hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you found value in today's conversation, I'd be so grateful if you'd leave a rating and review. It helps other trauma survivors find the show. Don't forget to check the show notes for your free strategic visibility assessment. Until next time, remember, your healing journey is your career advantage. You're not walking this path alone. Every step you take toward a trauma-wise career is an act of courage, and I'm here cheering you on. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with another survivor who needs to hear this message. Together, we're rewriting the rules of career success. Keep rising, keep healing, keep building.